Welcome back. Attorney Steve Vondran here. Welcome to another exciting episode of Trademark College. Okay, so we are talking in this video about the trademark search, the common law search, and the registered mark search. This is something you want to do. This is very, very important. I have a video out on how to file your own trademark without a lawyer. It's general legal information, just general tips. It's not specific legal advice. But as a precursor to that, I had somebody ask me, well, hey, Attorney Steve, what about the search? What about the search leading up to actually applying for the trademark? And I said, well, that's a good point. I can't make all the videos at once. I'm doing what I can here. So at any rate, let's head to the Attorney Steve litigation whiteboard. Today we are talking about trademarks and what I call trademark college. Now, obviously, it's not a real college for those of you thinking you're going to get credits for this or get a grade. No, it's not going to happen. This is my online thing, okay? So we are talking in this video about the importance of doing a comprehensive search, okay? This is the wheel of wonder here. The wheel of wonder. You want to make sure you're doing your due diligence before you go and apply for the trademark, okay? So this is going to be the precursor to the video that I already have out. If you haven't seen it, I think we're at about 75,000 views or something. So this is going to be a really nice video to help you understand. Now, why would you want to do this big comprehensive background search? Because you don't want to apply for a trademark through the United States Trademark Office, the USPTO as it's called, only to find out that you get rejected. Because what happens there, and this happens all the time, by the way, rejections of trademarks, I mean, it happens all the time. I can't even tell you. You end up getting an office action letter, or they don't want to go through and you go through that and you don't get the trademark. It doesn't register. So now you've lost time, probably 6, 7, 8, 9 months, maybe a year. You may have invested in advertising materials, this, that, and the other. You may lose that because you may have to go rebrand now. So the better statement is to measure twice. As my brother told me, he was in the fencing business. Measure twice, cut once. So that's what you want to do. That's what this trademark search is, okay? Because you don't get your money back, you lose time, you lose money, everything else, okay? So it's a dumb move. So without further ado, I'm going to give you Attorney Steve's top 8. We're going to go all the way from 1 to 8. Things that I think are important if you're going to do your own trademark search, okay? Now, I'm not going to go through each of the videos. I mean, I could make a video about each of these, but I think you guys are smart enough to figure out how to go to these websites and run a basic search. So let's talk about it. So I'm going to use the example Vondeezy, okay? Vondeezy, that's a trademark. It's not a trademark, it's a domain name that I own, and it's something I've been considering getting a trademark for. Vondeezy, law made easy. Vondeezy, law made easy. Like the sound of that? Yes? No? All right. So, but let's take a look at it. So here's what I would do if I said, well, I want to get this mark registered, Vondeezy. I want to make sure it's a good name. First thing I'm doing, I'm going to Google. I'm going to put that in quotations, saying to Google, I want to see this word come up in the results, Vondeezy. I want to see if there's any other companies out there, startups, established, anybody that's been running around doing business under this name or selling products under this name, okay? So I'm going to do a web search. You can search Google Web. You can search the images. You can search the videos. And you can search, the other one I like to search is Google Shopping. Google Shopping, because they're selling products on there. So I want to see if there's anybody that's conflicting. And as you know, trademarks are goods or services. So I'm looking for, in this case, this would be more tied into a service than a good. This would be a service. So again, I'm going to be doing a detailed search, and I'm going to spend my time here. I'm not in any hurry. I might turn on some music on a Saturday, pour a cup of coffee, and just say, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this for about 4 hours, okay? I want to make sure I'm doing a detailed, comprehensive search, that I'm searching as many resources as I can, because I want to feel good. When I send that file into the USPTO, I want to feel good. I want to go, I think I got this. Okay, so Google is my number one. Amazon, obviously a lot of people selling products on Amazon. I'm going to go do a search there. I'm going to see if anyone's selling similar products, any similar company names. I'm going to go to eBay, number 3, and do the same. eBay, again, these are, I mean, you cover this. This is a big part of the internet universe right here. And so these are what we call kind of common law searches, because what you're searching for is unregistered marks, marks that have not been submitted to the USPTO. Whoops, I got to have my pen out. USPTO. So we're looking for things that have not been registered. So these are what we call common law search. We're searching for people that are using our names or some variation of our names in commerce in regards to goods or services, because these are the people that may present a trademark problem, okay? When it comes to examining your mark, there's an examiner over here, okay? There's a trademark examiner here, and they're looking at your application. They're doing the same thing. They're combing through their resources. Of course, they probably have something a little fancier than this, and there are some commercial products out there that they could be using, but they're going to look at these to see if any are, follow me here, likely to confuse consumers. It's called the likelihood of confusion test. Okay, so if consumers are likely to be confused, you are likely to be denied. So say that with me, likely to confuse, likely to be denied. So you're trying to play the role of the examiner, and you're trying to flag it yourself. So if you need to change it or tweak it, you can do that, okay? That's all we're doing here. It's very simple. So these would be common law search. Now you get down to the USPTO database. This is an important one because this is where the federal, not the state, every state has its own registration of trademarks for local state use, but federal registration has its advantages. I'm not going to go over them here, but USPTO has a TAS, an electronic search system that you can search online. This is a must. This is something you have to do, and you're searching for other registered marks that have already been registered, either intend to be used in commerce or are actually being used in commerce, okay? So that you're going to search that. That is not common law because it's registered. It's the registered marks, okay? Moving over here, so Von Deasy, I'm feeling good so far. I'm clear. I don't find anything in here looking good. This will also pull up slogans, okay? Make sure there's no slogans that say Von Deasy. I don't want somebody going crazy on me. Number 5, this is another search of registered marks. As I mentioned, every state has their own marks, their own database for registering their own marks. So if you're doing business in California, go search the California Secretary of State to find out the registration status, see if there's a Von Deasy doing business in California, okay? You're also looking for DBAs. People that are using DBAs might be saying, heck, I'm on the process of filing a trademark right now. I've got a trademark application pending, but you don't see it yet. So you want to search that. There is a site that I found in doing my searches. It's called Creative Trademark. I have no affiliation. I'm receiving no endorsements or royalties, although I wish I was. But you can find them, and for a fee, the fee that I saw was $165. It may be different, but check it out. It looked like they would search all 50 states for you. That's nice to know if anybody, there are people that don't know the difference between the federal trademark and the state trademark, and they may just go register with the state and feel like they have a registered mark. There are people that don't know the difference or don't know that maybe you should do both. But you have here the 50 trademarks. Check that out. Number 6, we have yellowpages.com. That's where you can go see Yellow Pages, and you can search through things and see what you find at yellowpages.com. That's a real easy one. Here's another one, SEC filings. Okay, this is SEC, Security and Exchange Commission. Stocks, those are stocks and companies making financial filings. Do what's called an Edgar search. An Edgar search. This may help you find some other companies that are doing things with your proposed name, okay? Finally, I have here GoDaddy. This is another one. And there are also some sites that let you search for like social media handles and things like that. I like to know what's available out there. You know, like Facebook, you can search, you know, down here with this, you could put Facebook and Instagram and these, you know, these other things, YouTube. You know, you're trying to see if anybody has similar domain names. I usually check the .com because I say if somebody's got your .com, go look and see what kind of business it is. You know, oh, it's the exact same business. Jeez, you know, it wasn't just an original idea of mine, so somebody else already has it. So again, think about these things, and this could save you some time and money. Check out the handles. If somebody has facebook.com/Vondeezy, you know, I might say, well, who's this? Now, it could just be a person's name that pops up all the time, but a person's name's not going to be the worst thing to prevent you, okay? So that is that. I'm going to hit just my main points here. Just remember, as I have over here, trademarks derive from the actual use of the mark, using the trademark in commerce, okay? You have to have a bona fide intent to use or actually be intending to use, and at some point you have to be using. So the rights derive from use, not the registration. It's not just about having a mark registered in the federal or the state. It's about using the mark. So some people, number two, whoops, almost had a malfunction here. Prior uses may coexist. So somebody may be having a prior use and it may be coexisting with your goods and services. So this is why you're checking. Likelihood of consumer confusion, that's the test. You're trying to avoid consumer confusion. And to me, the trademark examiners are real picky. If something looks like they're going to confuse somebody, you could have a problem. If you're wondering what is that test, look up the Sleek Craft. Sleek, S-L-E-E-K, C-R-A-F-T, Sleek Craft Factors. That will give you a good idea of the, I believe it's an 8-factor test that the courts are going to look at to see if there's consumer confusion. They're going to look at the different channels of trades, the products, the sophistication of the marketplace, a lot of different factors in here. I'm not going to go over it, but this is the important test, likelihood of consumer confusion. And again, the common law search right here, it's going to protect your interest, your investment. It's going to allow you to feel good before you spend $50,000 in marketing and advertising materials, okay? Products that a company may launch in the future. So if you have Nike and they have some products that may be launched in the future, they may have the protection in that name. So be careful about the expanding zone of products here. Search your variations. When you're doing Vondeezy, you may want to spell it differently. You may want to misspell it. You may want to do with plurals. You may want to check different variations, okay? Because you could still be causing confusion with different variations. Again, remember USPTO, you know, there's no refunds. So get it right, measure twice, cut once. Thank you, Tim Vondran, for that one. And finally, down here, I have a little chart that you probably can't see. I'm going to do a separate video on this, so don't worry. But it's really talking about the different levels of a mark. You can have just generic, descriptive, suggestive. What I like over here, what the trademark examiner likes, is these called arbitrary and fanciful. That's like Vondeezy. What does that mean? Is it a generic term for anything? No. Is it descriptive? No. What does it describe? Is it suggestive? Does it suggest what the goods or services are? No. So this would be deemed probably arbitrary and fanciful. Much easier to get a trademark when you're choosing something arbitrary and fanciful. So try to get over here if you can. This is really where the easier trademarks are going to come from and allow you to just distinguish yourself in the marketplace. Be somebody different. You know, don't, try to, follow in everybody's footstep. Build your brand, okay? So that's it. That's a quick look at common law trademark searches, Attorney Steve's Trademark College. And if you need help with trademark or civil litigation, copyright law, intellectual property, you know where to find us. AttorneySteve.com. That's AttorneySteve.com, the first name in legal services. I hope you like this video. Give me that thumbs up. show me some care, show me that you care and that you like me doing these videos. If you have any questions, put them down below, and I'll probably put a few resources down below in the box there for you, okay? So have a great day. Happy Monday. We'll see you in the next video.